This Wavinya Ndeti case is unprecedented. In fact, Wiper have broken a record. Wiper have made history. For starters, sample this. Wavinya's accusers did not come from Jubilee. Wavinya's accusers did not come from another opposing party. Wavinya's accusers and those people who got into trouble presented all the evidence that enabled the IEBC to pass the judgment they did were from Wiper. Now, of course, towards the end of this recording, I'll be telling what the chances of Mutua are as a result of this development. Of course, Wavinya can appeal. Of course, time is against her. Anything can happen. This is Kenyan politics. Maybe she knows somebody somewhere who can pull a few strings. Who knows? This is Kenyan politics. But assuming she stays out of the race, I'm going to analyze what the repercussions are for Governor Mutua. Okay? But back to the topic. Wavinya was dealt a big blow. But when you really analyze this thing deeper, the person who was dealt a blow is actually Kalonzo Musyoka. And of course, it's a well-known fact, the person who fixed Wavinya, who organized for this discrepancy to be put before the IEBC, was of course Johnston Muthama. Okay? Now, this thing brings Kalonzo under a lot of ridicule because Kalonzo Musyoka is a lawyer. Yeah? A lot of other people within Wiper party are lawyers. So what's really going on inside Wiper? Yeah? Anyway, I've been accused of having beef with Wiper, so I'll just put my brakes there because I think everything there is obvious. Does not need any analysis, yeah? Now, what we need to understand is that Johnston Muthama was done a great injustice. I don't like the man. I don't like his politics. I think his politics is retrogressive. I think he has taken, he has kept Machakos back. He has weighed back Machakos from any development. He has, of course, been in the way of Governor Mutua every step of the way, trying to block every good thing that these different kind of leaders try to bring to Machakos. Okay, so I don't like Muthama as a person. Yeah, I don't like his politics. However, you have to sympathize with the man in this particular case because he was done a great injustice. Picture this. You take 4 years, 3.5 years preparing a candidate, you know, preparing him to be governor of Machakos. You spend money. You get him to have appearances on radio stations. You do what? You do what? You prepare your candidate properly for an election. Now, as the elections approach, you continue, you heighten your preparations. You're preparing this man to be the Wiper flag bearer for Machakos governor. And all this time, Kalonzo Musyoka was just looking at Muthama, his long-time ally, his long-term ally. And he was just checking him out and knowing wewe, hakuna mali unaenda. So after all this, at the last minute, and this is one of the reasons why Wavinya is in problems with the IEBC, this thing was very last minute. This move that was made to bring Wavinya into the party suddenly and then make a flag bearer was extremely sudden. Very, very, very sudden. Yeah? So, at the last minute, a new candidate is brought in and yours is just pushed aside. In fact, Wavinya was initially given a direct nomination. Now, of course, Muthama went and made noise and is influential in the party. So finally, Kalonzo accepted, fine, let's do nominations. But he knew very well that those nominations were going to be fixed. And the most interesting thing, which also came out of this IEBC Wavinya case, they actually said that both times the nominations for Wiper candidate governor Machakos were not free and fair. They were a sham. Twice. Gosh. Clearly, Bwana Muthama's rage has not simmered. Hajapoa bado huyo jamaa. And we don't know what else he's going to do. We absolutely don't know what the man is going to do next. What this Muthama man is going to do next. Yeah? He could do anything. And if I was Kalonzo Musyoka, I'd be extremely, extremely worried what his next move is going to be. Okay? Anyway, what are Governor Mutua's chances now that it seems that Wiper will not field a candidate in Machakos? Let's assume they don't field a candidate. Let's assume that I'm not wishing Wavinya Ndeti bad luck. Yeah? Because you can also look at this thing from another angle. You can say that the law has been, IEBC is not being impartial. because the others who have done similar things and they've gone scot-free, the others who have broken the law, they've gone scot-free. For instance, take this thing of clearing people who have got cases. People who are known to be corrupt, watch having cases. People who are known to be corrupt are cleared to vie in the elections. People who are selling, who actually purchased wheelbarrows for a county at a cost of 100,000 or so, all cleared to vie. Yeah? And then you go for a small fish on a small technicality. That is not fair. Okay? So Wavinya also has a case. But let us assume that she's not successful and Mutua is alone. I don't think this is good for Mutua. In fact, I'm sure it is not. You remember the earlier recording which I did, and I told you that the only way out, the lifeline, so to speak, for the governor is Kiala and Wavinya having a very tight race, going out hunting for votes. Then they'll share the votes, yeah, and then Mutua can sneak in because his supporters will not be swayed by either of the two. Okay, but now as it is, with Wavinya out, it means that Kiala is there, and we also don't know what Mudhama is going to do with this candidate. Definitely is going to campaign for him vigorously, yeah. And you remember that Mudhama is not vying for any political seat himself. He's just campaigning for Raila Odinga, he says. So he should have plenty of time to campaign very vigorously for Kiala. So I would say with Wavinya out of the way, Mutua's chances are even slimmer. Yeah, of course, all of you who listen to this channel know that I am a great admirer of the governor of Machakos. I think he's a different kind of leader, whatever people say about him. I think he should be given a second term. Yeah, and by the way, if you've been listening to my recordings, I have never voted for any candidate, but that is one person I will vote for. Yeah, because I've been able to do serious investigations to these allegations made against him. I've been able to look at him very carefully. This man deserves a second chance, if only to give Kenyans a direction of the kind of leadership we want in the country. Okay? Anyway, this should be bad news for them to account, because even they have to sit down and reorganize themselves. They have to be very careful about Senator Mudhama. Yeah? Because that man could be the downfall of Mutua. Yeah? And we hope all the best. We wish the governor all the best. We are rooting for him, even those of us outside Machakos, and we hope he makes it. But that's the current situation right now. This is Chris Kumekucha. Until next time.